And Walker of England, there he is on the court, ready, will play AXELSEN of Denmark. So that's, well, there's almost a foot between these two. And one always thought, Dinesh, that the Russians are tall, but I think they eat the same bread, I think the Danes and the Russians.
Certainly so it seems. But they look also in many ways quite alike, the Danes and the Russians. Of course, Russians I think having little finer features. The Danes having, your pardon, little finer features.
Well, that's
otherwise both very well built.
That's right. So way down in world ranking there, Rhys, Walker, 180, career win 58 to 43. In 2014 of the 9 matches, 4 to 5 in the win-loss ratio.
Sanjay, if I'm not mistaken, the Dane is a junior world champion.
Well, he certainly looks young.
And now maybe out of the juniors, but the Dane, Viktor AXELSEN.
Jiri Ruth, Thailand there, the chair umpire, and Carol Fiergel is the service judge. So the two playing for the first time. It will be interesting to see how Walker engages this tall young man from Denmark, who will be all over him. It's very difficult to catch such tall players, Dinesh. What would you do if you were playing against him? What sort of strategy would you follow?
Well, my strategy used to be simple: toss high so that he can't intercept it, and then go for your inside-out drop shot, at times, and try and keep the shuttle well at the net if the player, your opponent, is at the base. But I would not generally give them flat tosses, because they could intercept it and come up with winning smashes.
Well, the tall players are generally vulnerable towards too fast drop shots or sharper net play. We'll have to see when this man is in the same mold. But a huge gap between the world rankings, between the two. Walker there starting off well. 2-0.
Lovely cross-court smash, a return which was not very deep. Walker taking full advantage of that one, going into a quick lead in the first game. Another one for the Englishman. 4-0 in the first game. Denmark already having wrapped up the tie and leading 4-0 at this stage. Fifth and final match between England and Denmark. First point coming for the Dane by an unforced error from Walker. AXELSEN of Denmark on the far side, and Walker from England on the near side. Dane in white and Englishman in red. Not able to control the push. Wide out from the baseline.
Service error.
What happened? He didn't AXELSEN. No, service was called fault. So once again above the waist. This tall man, I don't know how high his waist would be. Well, both the players tentative so far, particularly AXELSEN, making quite a few unforced errors and giving a lead of 3 points to his English opponent. Oh, that was a good smash return, which was not very deep, taking full advantage of that. AXELSEN, good placement. This was good push, and in the mid-court, making full use of his tall frame there. And this was a good push onto the body of AXELSEN, who was not able to get out of the way. Gives a weak return to Walker, who taps that one down for a winner.
Well, Walker there playing with without any fear and making light of his world 180th rank, moving AXELSEN around, and has in fact worked up a nice lead in the early stages of this first game. That one going out, and AXELSEN on the receiving end most of the time. And now really upping up the pace, AXELSEN in this rally. It's getting a bit realizing the urgency of the situation. 6-7 now in this first game. Well, he's getting into his own now, working into his form. AXELSEN. Looked as if he was taking the shuttle that was going outside on his forehand flank there. AXELSEN, and maybe wanting to leave it, but he was too much committed. Well, you can't give him so much close to the center of the court there.
This was once again not a lift which was high, easy to intercept for AXELSEN using his tall frame. Well, wanting to finish that one at the net, but a little late. So shuttle sailing out of the baseline.
So finally a lead here for this tall young man from Denmark. Anything up, he will bring it down. They don't believe in going for tosses or soft games. These tall boys from Europe, especially Denmark and Russia. 10-8. Well, that is in, and AXELSEN moving on to 11-8 in this first game of this fifth match between Denmark and England. It's 11-8 for this man from Denmark, playing the third singles for his country. Denmark already leading 4-0, as you can see.
Play.
It took him some time to get into his form there, AXELSEN, but finally he did. It was love 4 down. Now he leads by that 3-point margin. And that's the 12th.
Tomorrow at
There used to be a player, Dinesh Wolfgang Bokhau. I don't know if you have seen him from Germany, very tall, around 6'3", 6'4", the most effective tall player that I've seen in my career.
I know, and I have also seen him play against Suresh Goyal, and Suresh Goyal literally toyed with him. He never scored more than 5 points against him, because we'll talk about that after this point. Oh, lovely smash there, just off the wrist,
14
but very, very effective, using his full height. In fact, Bhoi used to relish going into the attack, and once you are against Suresh Goyal, you have to get under the shuttle, in any case, for attack. And Suresh Goyal kept him guessing all the time, so he was always moving, chasing the shuttle rather than being under the shuttle,
Ball.
and that did his undoing. In fact, it was never more than 5 points in any game that he scored. They played couple of times each other. Fortunately, I didn't play him.
Well, Dinesh, they're talking of the late and former national champion from India, Suresh Goyal, considered to be a real magician of the stroke in this part of the world. But AXELSEN now, slowly but surely now, getting his grip on this game. He's warmed up, he's playing to his form now.
Oh, lovely smash there. Once again using his full height, and no need to take a jump, which normally these days, for bringing that extra power to the smash, many players do. Just
Service
missing
over.
the line.
10-16.
Walker, who was leading by 4-0 and kept the lead till the 8th point, but now in areas of 6 points here against a much higher ranked player from Denmark. Once again intercepting that one beautifully. One has to push the shuttle deeper and a little higher outside the reach of his extended racket, but this one brought in very sharply. Now few of those mistakes coming from Walker's racket. And once again a fine smash there from the Dane, going to a handsome lead here of 9 points and 2 points away from taking the first game. Walker now going in for tosses, but finally the Dane has the last word, and with a beautifully angled half smash, this one, lovely half smash there, going to game point.
Well, that's the game now. On the first game point itself, finding his feet there, AXELSEN 21-10 in the first game. This is the tall Dane here, AXELSEN, on your screen. 12 minutes, 21-10 score, and he wrapped up the first game against Rhys Walker of England in this 2014 Thomas Cup clash between Denmark and England, the two superpowers as far as Europe is concerned. Neither countries have actually won the Thomas Cup, but have had their moments in the history of this great championship, which started off in 1948-49, immediately after the Second World War, or the Great War as it is called, and the trophy donated by the great English player of that time, Sir George Thomas.
Second game.
But ironically, England could never lay their hands on the trophy except for giving it to the world, and Denmark coming tantalizingly close, as Dinesh Khanna with me has been saying, that 8 times they lost, reached the finals. So ever the bridesmaid, never the bride there. Maybe this time they'll get lucky, we'll have to see. But 4-0 already up against England, so they've had a good start to this championship. Beat Hong Kong 4-1 and are sure to qualify. In fact, have already qualified for the quarter-final stage, which is the next stage of this championship.
1 love.
And AXELSEN here will be playing the third singles for Denmark, so his role is cut out for his squad. And he's won the first game 21-10 and leads. In fact, he's down in the first part of this second game. Love 2.
2 love.
That was a nice looking cross court overhead. Played with a lot of confidence there by Rhys Walker, who's giving away almost a foot in height to this Danish star. Well, you get that caught once, Dinesh, but this is the first time I'm seeing it getting twice.
Yes. And the first one was returned.
First one was returned, and the return was quite good.
Yes.
Oh, the right intention. He got the opening, wanted to go for that sliced forehand cross court. Would have been a lovely point if it had come through. Catches him off balance here, AXELSEN, and look at that. Court was open on the forehand flank of the tall Dane. 2-all.
Walker moving better in the second game.
3-2.
And taken a slender lead here of a solitary point.
Thank you.
Still an uphill task for the Englishman here, having lost the first game rather easily at 10-21. Well, good net exchanges there, forcing Walker to lift the shuttle in the mid-court. AXELSEN making no mistake on that one and coming up with a fine steep smash, using his full height and also taking a jump. A lovely smash there. Well, some parallel exchanges near the body of the two, and not happy, AXELSEN not happy with himself somehow or the other. Just see. Sanjay, sometimes for a tall person, this kind of a parallel play could be a little disadvantage because it doesn't come at a very convenient height.
Absolutely. In fact, I was just going to say that you robbed the words out of my mouth. They're always vulnerable on very sharp net chords or net shots, and the shuttle's coming straight into your body. They don't get much time to get behind the shuttle to play that shot. But of course, very strong on the baseline area, good smashes, court coverage from base to the net can be very quick. So each side, person like Eddie Chun had his own advantages.
He was just 5 feet.
Yes.
Just at the height of the net. They used to be at the height of the net, asking Eddie Chung to stand there. And 4 times All England champion.
4
Mind you,
times All England
Eddie
singles.
Chung of Malaysia. Or Malaya at that time.
And with his brother, he won the doubles also.
Yes. Great player in his own right. He used to serve, of course the ceilings were not that high, but he used to serve at least 24 feet. The ceiling used to be 26 feet. So it was just below the ceiling level.
And do you know that he's been credited as bringing in the jump smash because he used that jump to take care of the height which he never had.
5, 6.
Yes, he used to take a jump for the smash, not used to smash though very often. So for a toss also sometimes he used to take a jump to
Service over.
disguise his toss and to deceive the opponent.
So we are talking of the great superstar of the bygone era. The first
53 to
Malaysian
57, 53 to 57, he won his 4 All England titles in singles.
So easily the first superstar of Malaysian badminton, Eddie Chung. But here the tall Dane is down 3 points now. Good recovery from
5.
Rhys Walker, this man from England.
Rhys Walker making a move all over the court, in fact, in the last rally, as we saw, playing much better, lifting his game, and finally forcing him to give that weak return on the net and going in for a tap. Playing much better and moving better than what he did in the first game.
So he's now got his tactics right. He's making AXELSEN move around the court, not giving him very much space by pushing him more to the baseline and then coming in rapidly near the net there. Rhys Walker.
8,
8-5.
5. Play.
Playing with a lot of confidence now. This man from England. Well, that stays in.
9.
A push on the
5.
forehand side, taken a bit late, but he manages to keep the shuttle in play, in control. That's the opening that he gets. That shuttle stays inside the line. 9-5. Well, he had the angle there, but gave it too
10,
much
5.
air, allowing the shuttle to go out of the cross-court side there, flattening the bird too much. So 10-5 to the Englishman. Very much in driver's seat right now, Rhys Walker. Oh, he totally missed that one, mistiming that
6.
backhand, wanting to play it down the line. The fast exchanges there, Dinesh, is taking its toll on Rhys Walker. You can see him, he's not looking very happy. He seems to be a bit tired now.
Yes, certainly, and that those kind of exchanges can take their toll. You have to be very fit for that. Another
7,
mistake coming
10.
from the Englishman's racket, giving 2 points to the Dane. Well, this time AXELSEN moving Walker all over the court, and finally very good return there, deflection on that smash which didn't have much power, making him run cross court, the longest run on the court.
9.
And another
10.
one for the Dane, reducing the gap now to just a solitary point here at 9-10. Mid-court return and a fine smash from AXELSEN.
Well, a good fight back here by this Danish player. Well, he had his hand up showing he was not ready. Well, he has saved that one as well.
10 all.
So 4 points on a trot there for AXELSEN. 10 all. Nicely played. And then beaten by that cross-court backhand drop this
11,
time.
10 in
And
double.
moving on to the 11th point there. Brave work by this Englishman. 11-10 to Walker in the second game. So the faces they're telling the story. The English players probably disappointed there. You can see it on their face, not very happy. Denmark down love 4. Denmark leading 4 love against them in fact. And it's all up to this man now to salvage 1 point.
11,
Some
10,
pride back into the
play.
for the team as he leads 11-10 in the second game, though he's lost the first 10-21. Well, nicely hit. Crisp shot there.
11,
Sounded like a
4.
cracker from here as we are sitting far away from him, but what a sound that was.
I know. Very crisp.
Oh yes. Nicely hit down the line, gets the opening and was very
11.
fast moving into the net to finish it off.
Good anticipation there by the Englishman.
Well, his body language is now all business. He wants to get on with it. I think he's recovered in that break. He looked a bit out of breath
Service over.
initially, but seems to have recovered now. Still it is 12 all. Well, middle of the court, nothing much to do for AXELSEN, just bring it down thumpingly. Down the line for that point.
Very dangerous to play such a tall player in the mid-court. As I said, you have to keep a good height and good length. Very important, and of course good drop shots could be an added advantage. Well, both the players exploring corners of the court, and finally that net placement not coming off from the Englishman. Dane, who was most of the time in areas in the second game, coming back strongly now to take a lead, although small lead. Denmark, always a great force to reckon with in the Thomas Cup, and as we were saying earlier, 8 times runners up, but haven't been able to lay their hands on this trophy.
Service over. 13.
That was good length and good direction on that one. Well, all good work coming to naught by putting that serve in the net. He worked so hard.
With fault call. Service
once
over.
again
14.
the serve called
15.
fault. Above the waist. 14-15. Oh, not able to keep it down. Too flat and going out from the baseline by a wide margin. 15 all. Will Walker be able to restore parity by taking this game? Good smash. Not able to keep a very good length against a tall player like AXELSEN. You have to be keeping the shuttle on the baseline or coming up with some drop shots which are closer to the net.
Good display, good control here by AXELSEN. The body lines strokes this time coming from this tall Dane and keeping pressure on Rhys Walker. 2 points ahead now. AXELSEN. Walker really being made to hustle all over the place, but still managed to get the point, forcing the mistake.
16. 17.
Courageous play from the Englishman there, and it's taking its toll on him. 16-17, 180th rank in the world. He has played much above his world ranking. Well, correct tactics there, keeping the shuttle down all the time, not smashing so hard, just the half smashes. And finally, patience there running out for AXELSEN. That's the one that went out. There you can see.
And Sanjay keeping the shuttle down, coming up with some drop shots, and an extra tall person will always find it a little problem in consistently returning those drops.
18. 17.
Still a solitary point lead here for the Dane. 18-17.
The chair umpire not allowing him to go out and towel himself. Just wanted maybe a minute of break. But she was wise to it.
I think right thing to do. Game has to be continuous. He played well, but finally hitting that one out from the sideline. Rhys Walker, a crucial lead at a very crucial stage for the Dane. 19-17, 2 points away from taking this game and the match.
Oh, nicely played. Gets the opening and the thunderbolt coming down.
It was like he's tapping it from the net using his height, although the shuttle was about 10 feet behind the net. But just see this one. It was more like a tap from the net.
Well, absolutely, and that's the match point and tie point for Denmark. But saving one there, Rhys Walker
18. 20.
has really played quite well, in fact. And covering the court so fast, was made to play out of his comfort zone. But did well enough to save this one first match point. Just to keep on thinking, nicely played, thinking well all the time. Against a tall player like that, you have to be on your toes. The second match point saved. That's a smash. I think
Sanjay, it's more like a half smash. Would you call it a half smash or a smash?
it's more like a half smash.
But very steep.
Yes. And AXELSEN, in fact, not expecting that at all. Well, that is served out. What a way to lose this match. So 21-10, 21-19, and Denmark finally makes it 5-0, clean sweep of this tie against England. So 5-0 for Denmark,
Match won by Denmark. 21
and 34 minutes is all it took for Viktor AXELSEN to finally wrap it up 21-10, 21-19. Well, it was always going to be.